They went with Mike Brown. You know, now whenever I think of Mike Brown, I can't get the video out of my head of him in practice with the Kings when he's just full out sprinting. I don't know what he's clearly making an emphasis to run the floor and to sprint full speed, but he's just putting on the Jets. He's just sprinting to the end line. And what sticks out to me about him is that he's an energy guy. I just see that that's the biggest thing. Again, from the sprinting video to just the way he coaches, he's always been, to me, from what I can remember, just like an energy guy. And I think that's a word, that's a big theme and a big difference that I see between a coach like him and a coach like Tibbs. So what are you hearing and thinking about how the Knicks could be operating under Mike Brown?
Hearing that the players are ecstatic to have Mike Brown in their system, mainly because a lot of those guys, they either know Mike Brown, have watched Mike Brown coach for years, or have played against him, whether they were in the Western Conference like Jalen Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns were, or it's a very small fraternity of brothers in the NBA community. So it's what you're getting with Mike Brown. I think they felt as though they needed somebody less rigid and more um, methodical. Um, and I think Mike Brown got a fresh perspective on things when he spent some time in San Antonio with Pop after burnout with the Cavs, and then seeing success in Golden State with the Warriors on the bench playing or coaching as an assistant alongside Steve Kerr. And so I think I think he's in a good position. Sacramento, he was forced out, and he was dealt a bad hand from everyone that I've spoken with. So I do think the Knicks is a fresh start, and I think that the Knicks think that this is the guy that can lead them to the promised land, and I will see. The Eastern Conference, they say, is wide open. I still look at Orlando, and depending on Milwaukee's stance on Giannis, as I've been reporting for a while, I think that the Knicks, the Bucks, and the Orlando Magic tentatively could be the top three teams in the Eastern Conference, and I think the Knicks have the chance. It's just a matter of how one stays healthy. You saw how that changed in an instant in the NBA Finals with Tyrese Halliburton being out, and then you saw it in the playoffs with Jason Tatum. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, I love the additions of Jordan Clarkson and Yabusele. I love
Same.
those. I love that they had those are players off the bench. Those are the kinds of players off the bench that they didn't necessarily have before. I think those are two great pickups. I mean, the word pressure comes up, of course, but it's just going to be really interesting to see how much of a difference Mike Brown makes because I mean the Knicks were the hottest team. I mean the Knicks just being they went from like getting relevant again to competitive again to they might be going to the finals. They could be, like I mean they were literally making those steps and so I think they've done a great job. They haven't second guessed themselves. I think everything they've been doing is working from, Mikal Bridges to Karl-Anthony Towns. I think I give them credit. I think so far, all the moves they've made have taken them another step further. So
Don't
even
forget Josh Hart.
absolutely. No, no, no doubt about it. I mean, the Villanova Knicks thing, and then they ship out DiVincenzo, they shake that thing up. So
Don't
no,
forget OG Anunoby. You got to give credit to
OG.
those other guys
I
too.
mean, there's so many. I mean, they've made so many of those moves, right, over the last few years. And like I said, they've all checked out. Honestly, everything has been working, has been contributing to this formula. So if Mike Brown, and again, made a couple roster changes, I think Clarkson and Yabusele can be real, like, role player difference makers for that team. They both bring things in their own right that can help the Knicks and change the Knicks in different ways. So it really
Hmm.
now comes down to Mike Brown. Is Mike Brown the difference maker? It's going to be the same question as like I had said before to you about Tibbs. Like that Knicks team, that's one of the best teams I've seen him have. And now this is probably the best team Mike Brown has had, at least as a head coach. And so to see how he can make a difference with that group, which are with a really talented group, that's going to be really interesting.